Alright, so here's how you do a quick air can service. If you get into the habit of doing this in between your annual full rebuild, then it should just keep your shock feeling a decent amount better for longer. You can also kind of spot if you've got any problems coming up before you have a catastrophic go wrong. Right, starting off, you're going to remove all your air. Take note of what's in it when you're filling it back up. Okay, all the air's been taken out of the shock pump. We're just going to double check that everything's out. Okay, we're going to go ahead and unscrew the air can now. You might be able to do it by hand, like this. If it's too tight, then you're going to need a strap wrench, where you can just place it around the can like that, and then pull this tight, and then just go ahead and give it a twist. Just be careful with these, obviously that's metal. You don't want to mull or anything. Get your sag ring out of the way and pull off the air can like that. Okay, now we're going to clean the air can, so just isopropyl alcohol and give it a wipe. The dirtiest bit's probably going to be just behind these seals here, so make sure you get your finger in there and give it a wipe round. Okay, next we are just cleaning the shock itself, so clean your stanchion, your seal head, and then the shaft inside. Again, isopropyl. Okay, now that all the seals are clean, we can inspect them for any damage. Obviously nothing should be sort of twisted, and there should be no rips in anything. It should all look nice and clean. If there is any damage, then you're going to want to swap those out. You can get these kits separately without having to do with the full service, so it's definitely worth doing. You don't want to cause any more damage. Okay, now we can get into reassembling. So we're going to want to use a bit of slick honey on the seals on the seal head, and the same for the ones in our air can. You don't want a lot, just a little bit. Okay, lastly, before we reinstall the air can, we're just going to put in 2 cc of float fluid. You could have also used the float fluid for your seals rather than the slick honey if you don't have that, so it's pretty similar stuff. And just slide it up there. Okay, when you're fitting this on, it's just hand tight. There's no need to crank on it. Okay, lastly we're just going to clean the exterior of the shock with isopropyl again. Just get all the grease off that you might have got on the outside. And then you can reinstall your sag ring. Okay, and finally you're just going to pump it back up to where you had it. Right, okay, all done now, so you got your air back in there. Just make sure that you remember to put your dust cap back on, and then you can go ahead and get your shock back in your bike.